So I've been trying to make sense of this whole thing where it's like I am totally in love and understand any of the time before we parted ways. And I was just like, okay, so when Chad was gone, you did what was his responsibilities and his afflictions and his, like, whatever I could say was a struggle was really just like being able to have a voice in the middle of something that was requiring to be open and requiring to be communicating and just to have that like full understanding of the relationship. Where I'm just saying that like we got so far with each other, it was just like I'm surprised that that came from you, but like I'm also not surprised because like I saw your character when we were in the hospital together, and I was just like brushing up on that. And when I was there with you in the unit, then I was just like, so this is a guy that I could learn to love and respect. And I am just like, any amount of honor that you want me to show, like, just name it. Like, I'm already feeling bribed. And then I take that back to like being a bride, and I'm just like, so this is gonna take a little bit more time, right? And then the answers come back to me. It's like it doesn't have anything to do with the time that it takes because this is all about having the trust with each other. That it's just like, so you recognize like there are certain people that come into our lives that is just like, even if it wasn't about guidance, it's still something that is about having another participant. And I'm like, okay, so what do I have to call this a threesome now? And it's like the obvious answer is like, no, it doesn't have to have that. It's just like what we had together was true love. And so like I recognize that there are certain things about this that like I didn't like totally dig up every little scenario that I could have. I didn't say every little thing that I could have. But like again, it doesn't have to do with time. Like all this is just like, so I'm in the depths of something, right? And it's just like, well, even if it was a depth, like I'm still being hugged, I'm still being loved, and I'm just like, so David, you really recognize for me that there is something that like I can cling to you for, and I can like give you appreciation, right? Like you're like, all right, how much appreciation do I really need? My family's already millionaires. I already live in this huge ass mansion. I already make the most awesome music. I'm just like imagining it from your standpoint. I'm just like, so it wasn't something that I was like, oh, I think this is a good idea. It was really just like, you took what I thought was a bad idea and you turned it into something beautiful and wonderful. Okay, and I'm just like looking at this like you telling me that my hard times are over and that I don't have to like fake that I'm happy anymore. And I was like, well, I was actually happy, but like, yeah, it seemed like a few things were blocking my way, and you're just like, knock that out. Just like, totally, just like, you look at all of these different scenarios popping up, and you're just like, we already like have like communication, and so it's just like whatever style is going to come through, like that's a person we met, right? Like that's like as easy as saying that you pick a milk bone for your dog. Like you were just going through all of these different things. Like I'm here after being like, oh, do I need to go through these things and sort it out with you? And it's just like, you already sorted it out. Like, I'm already comfortable where I am. I'm already cozied up. Like, I'm already just like, yeah, so it's just that the commitment, I'm just like, I just felt like you were on a rescue mission for me. And I'm just like, this is something you were trying to protect me from, is seeing it as a rescue mission. And so I'm just like, no, it's just like best friendship. And then I'm just like, yeah, this was okay for me to go along this way and have this happen, right? And so I'm just like, uh, what Chad really wants for me is the relationship. And it's that it was just realizing he's not being selfish about saying that he has to have me to himself and that there's nobody else who could ever compare. Like, I was like, should I need to apologize for putting it in the air that I was comparing? Or is it like, it's just like, is it like poor or bad of me to say that uh, I would walk off of the platform wearing the wedding dress and go hug you instead? And I'm just like, yeah, you know what? You are a perfect mate for me. And I am saying that, like, clearing all of the things that I didn't really speak up on, and the clearing all of the things that I was getting emotionally, like, attached to, and saying, like, oh, I need a refill on my medicine, and just being like, that's so important. Just like, I felt like you were a real man to me, and I just felt like Chad is a real man too, and it's just, that's why I was like, okay, so I don't want to say like I'm new to this anymore because like I spent so long waiting, right? And then it's just like we don't care about the time. Like it's just like we just have certain things that we wanted to say, and it's just like sometimes it's not even there like that. Sometimes it's just like, so we just have who we are is already built as a person, and I'm just like, do I need to do that too? Do I need to like define myself and figure out like exactly what all my wants are, and like push that out towards all these people and say like, what if I make something bad happen? Is it going to be something that I can like fall into grace? Like just like, yeah. So when I've been trying to be calm on this and trying to be like, okay, so what I really need is like the level of just like have the balance, have the moderation, have the protection of being able to make mistakes. And I'm just like, so I don't want to turn into this weirdo who doesn't have all my stuff sorted out. But it's just like, if I throw all my items in a person and I look for it, like a lot of times I was like, oh, it doesn't look the same as when I did it. And so it doesn't mean that I lost the thing. No, it means that it just got a little chaotic. And I'm just like, okay, so is this chaos okay? Like, is it something that like would be accepted? Is it just like, can I say like, oh God willing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, can I own the will of God? And I'm just here, like, I've heard it come through my singing voice in choir and church, like in all of this, and I was just like, yeah. People said I touched their hearts, and people said that I moved them. People said that the comments were moved. I'm loved. I'm beautiful. And so I'm just like, okay, so what if I take a chance and use this? Like, is that going to be something that's going to be like thoroughly loved, thoroughly liked? I'm just like, so I've been like writing on this as if it's just like I need the fullest, I'm just like, should I keep saying sorry that is just something that I'm asking like everything from you for? And I am like, when it comes to you, you already have like this perfect package to me of what I was like looking at. How is it gonna make me feel better if it's like missing? I'm gonna think of it as being missing. I'm gonna think of it as being late, and I have my schedule as something that I'm nurturing, and I'm just feeling more comfortable with the participation that I do have, and just like whatever else I need to clean out of my baggage and of my emotionals, and I'm still like, okay, so I I'm just like, how much do I need to understand to really be able to be your real mate? And it's just like, we already did this, right? Like we already got this. And so I'm just like, for some reason I keep repeating, and it's not because I'm broken, because like I've already been through all of these broken pieces, looking at myself and being like, am I gonna have to walk across this more carefully? And like, it's either that I haven't even known what is broken yet, or like I just haven't hurt myself on anything that's broken, which is like, none of this is crazy, but I'm still talking about it. I was like, oh, this is crazy to say, but like, I went through all of these things that it would seem like it's dramatic, and it would seem like uh, I would be disrupted or bothered by some of this, and I'm just not. Like, I'm just like, I feel better than that. I feel like happy and joyful, peaceful. I feel like I have, like, just this protection that I was talking about. So it was just like, yeah, like, am I, like, um, more of this has been like, someone has been help put me in my place, and I'm just like, my place, I just been like, how much to settle down in, and I've just been like, I really just want, like, to be able to overcome some of this indecision. What I'm really saying is just like, I feel like so many of my words are holding me back, and I'm saying that liking it, I'm saying that like putting goals on it, and like attaching myself to these areas of what I think is like, if something is disgusting to me, that's when I gotta open my mouth, because it's just like, how else are you gonna spit it out if you don't open? You just gotta like, I felt like there were so many disgusting things, and so just like, can I open the part of the relationship where I have a boyfriend? I'm just like, even if you didn't want to hear that, I'm still here saying that, and I'm just like, so please just acknowledge to me that that is something that I earned. And that, like, that's permanent with me, okay? Like, I can't steer you wrong from something that we already did successfully. And that's just like the biggest lesson that I wanted to like bring forth to this, is that like, even if I'm running mad in circles, it doesn't mean that you did something wrong. What it means is that there is something that is like seeking to be expressed. There's just those like, I want someone to help talk to me or for me, or just like, if they know me, if they know me, then it's okay. If they know me, then it's just like, well, even if I'm just saying the word trust and I'm just like imagining that, like, that's still like in its own form a way for someone to get through to me, and then just to like, whatever baggage I've been carrying, they still know how to be like, oh yeah, that is your shirt, that is your piece of clothing, that is your medicine, and it's just like, so you went through my stuff, right? Without ever really going through my purse. Like, you went through and you lived with it, and you were just like making it more homey and making it more like, so this is someone who likes to talk every single day. And I'm just like, yeah, well, I was just like, am I included in that? Like, is that something I did too? And I'm just like, yeah, well, when I'm not sleeping, I want to be talking, so it's probably like the same sort of idea. But it's just, yeah, just I wanted to like share this with you, that Chad is the most beautiful man to me in the entire world. Okay, I'm really just saying, like, I think that he should be with me because he is someone that like I can have an amazing time with. But like, you taking the time out of the question, and so I'm just like, amazing. Like, is this starting right now? I'm just like, actually, yeah. Is this like, it's like already happening right now? Like, you were like, stop waiting for this guy. He's already wanting to be on his way, and then you're just like, here, release, bam, and I'm just like, okay, so is this action? And you're like, it's just whatever you wanted to call a moment. Like, you, this is just like, he's appearing for you. He's like liking these things for you, and your man is on your way. So it's just like, whatever you do, whatever you have, like, that's where it's like, what's mine is yours. That's what he was saying, and like that is just like that's a lesson too for itself. It's just like this is just an amazing process, and I'm just like I don't want to do anything to interrupt it, right? I don't want to like make this chaos appear and say that like I just like rebounded on a relationship. I'm just like, man, do you know how important you were to me? Do you know how much I love you? And I'm just like, yeah, we went and we solved that together. So uh, I'm just trying to like ease myself through this embarrassment of like having like to admit that there was more than one man in my life that I would have love for. And I was just like, so every day I was asking myself, am I ready to get married? Every single day. And for a really long time, for like 7 months, I was still like, yes, every day, every day, every day. And I'm just like, so it's like, if this were something that I was like, I had a jar to like put this money in, and I had like a fridge that I could put this food in, and I had a garden I could put these flowers in. I had like these things that saved for me what the relationship could be. Um, the potential, I'm just saying, like, if hell moves, then heaven definitely has the ability either to move or stay still. And I'm here on earth talking to you about how there is a transcendence of what I was calling a relationship, that you found your way to me and actually talked to me as the person that I wanted to be recognized as. And that was just such like a groundbreaking, like moving experience for me. And I'm like, we don't even need to talk about how it was an experience, because it just like it already was. Like it already like these places like go back to their homes, and it's just like, so if I was in your home and you were like admiring me and you were like giving me care and attention, it's just like those were jobs, right? Those were just like, I may like it, I may appreciate it, I may even say that it's fun sometimes, but like it really is more about like what have we done that has worked. And I'm just like, so I was just like, so when is the work that's supposed to be done? That's when you really get the real great happiness. That is just like, we have this that is going to be like working in the background for us and in the foreground. And it's just like, it puts our beautiful view right where we can see it. Okay. And so that's why I'm just like, I can't ignore you. I can't avoid you. Like, you're just like here, and it's like, I shouldn't even say it's on my mind, because like my mind is like a lot safer, a lot prettier of a place to be now. And I'm just like, even now, like, we used this time to say that like we were going to be healthier people. And this is just like, that is just like sucker punch you right out of me, okay? I'm just like, really, like, if I was like with Chad and I was just like, I'm gonna do whatever I can to be with you, and then you go in and you're like, the healthy stuff, then I'm just like, you know what? It was worth having the visit with you. It was worth moving in with you. It was worth doing all that stuff with you, because it just like really makes it like you're right there telling me that how I pay attention to the most important man to me is going to be what changes my views. If I'm like coming from a place of struggling to make sense of things because it's like an online long distance relationship, and I'm just like, he's like the best at it. Like, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to talk to me even when I was just like, you're so far away, but like, let me pick up the phone, and now I feel like you're in the room with me. And he really was like such a pro at that. And I'm like that I was like trying to appreciate, but it took being with you for me to see that when you were in the room and you were with me, we had service to be done. We had deals, we had orders, we had like things were being put in motion for us to pick up and to take the benefit and move it from the nasty, messed up place to somewhere where it could be planted and uh, take note of, you know? So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I know that happened, you know, and I'm just like, can I appreciate this or do we say sorry? Like, I want to thank you, but it's like, uh, the balance, yeah? It's the balance. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now is the balance. But you you did that to me good. So uh, this is just like, yeah, it's good stuff. It's good. It's good. It's good.